Good day, everyone. Our lesson for today is division of polynomials. And in dividing polynomials, we are going to use two of the methods, which is the long division method and the synthetic division. Okay, I have here one problem and I will solve this using the two methods. Okay, so we have x cubed minus 6x squared plus 3x minus 1 divided by x plus 5. Okay, so the first rule is to rearrange this dividend in decreasing power. So we have x cubed minus 6x squared plus 3x minus 1 divided by x plus 5. Since this is already arranged in decreasing power, we don't need to rearrange this. But take note that if there is a missing term in this polynomial, we need to write it using the coefficient 0. For example, if there is a missing term of x or with the variable x, we will write 0x to represent that term. Okay. Then, for our next step is to divide the first term of our dividend by the first term of our divisor. So x cubed divided by x, that is x squared. Then multiply x squared times x is x cubed. X squared times 5 is positive 5x squared. And then we will proceed to subtraction. X cubed minus x cubed is 0. Negative 6x squared minus 5x squared, that is negative 11x squared. And after that, we need to bring down the next term, which is positive 3x. And then we will repeat the process by dividing the first term of our new dividend by the first term of our divisor. So negative 11x squared divided by x is negative 11x. Then negative 11x times x is negative 11x squared. Negative 11x times 5 is negative 55x. Then subtract. Negative 11x squared minus negative 11x squared is 0. Then 3x minus negative 55x is positive 58x. Bring down the next term, which is negative 1. Okay, so 58x divided by x is positive 58. 58 times x is 58x. 58 times 5 is positive 290. Then proceed with addition. Then 58x plus 50, okay, proceed with subtraction. 58x minus 58x is 0. And then negative 1 minus 290 is negative 291. So therefore, we have a remainder of negative 291. So the quotient is x squared minus 11x plus 58, remainder 291 divided by the divisor, which is x plus 5. So that is the answer. X squared minus 11x plus 58 minus 291 over x plus 5. We can also rewrite that, or we can also write that as x squared minus 11x plus 58 remainder negative 100 or negative 291. Right. X squared minus 11x plus 58 remainder negative 291. Okay, so we will solve the same problem, but this time we're going to use the synthetic division. And in solving or in dividing polynomial using synthetic division, the first step is to rearrange the divisor in decreasing power. And after that, we will get the numerical coefficient of each terms. So the numerical coefficient of x squared is 1. The numerical coefficient of x cubed is 1. The numerical coefficient of negative 6x squared is negative 6. The numerical coefficient of 3x is 3. And the numerical coefficient of negative 1 is negative 1. And take note that if there is a missing term, we will write 0. For example, if there is no term with the variable x, we will write there 0. And then, in the left side, we will write the test 0. Okay, to find the test 0, we will equate the divisor to 0. So x plus 5 equals 0. Therefore, x is equal to negative 5. Ayan. So our test 0 is negative 5. And we will write here negative 5. Then after that, ayan, plus times. The next is to bring down the first number. Bring down 1. 1. And multiply this by the test 0, which is 5. 1 times negative 5 is negative 5. We will write our answer in the next column. Negative 5. And then add. Negative 6 plus negative 5 is negative 11. Then, continue the process or repeat the process. Negative 11 times negative 5 is positive 55. Okay, write 55 to our next column. And then proceed to addition. 3 plus 55, we have 58. Then, repeat the process. 58 times negative 5, that is negative 290. And then, add negative 1 plus negative 290, that is negative 291. Okay, take note that this last number in our third row is the remainder of our quotient. So this is the remainder. And these numbers are the numerical coefficients of our quotient. But take note that our quotient or the power of our quotient is 1 less than those of our dividend. For example, our dividend has power 3. So our quotient must have the power 2. So this is x squared, this is for x, and this is for constant. So that one will be the numerical coefficient of our highest degree term. So that is 1x squared or simply x squared. Negative 11 will be negative 11x. And then positive 58. Ayan. So these are now the quotient. X squared minus 11x plus 58. Remainder negative 291. Okay? Ayan. So we have the same answer with our answer in using the long division method. But what if we are tasked to find the remainder, which is negative 291, without using the long division or the synthetic division? We don't need the quotient, we only need the remainder. So in problems like that, we're going to use the remainder theorem. And the remainder theorem states that to find the remainder, we must substitute all the values of x by the test 0. And we will do that using the same problem. We are going to find the remainder without doing the division process. Okay. So as I've said, the test 0 is negative 5. So we will replace this. So to find the remainder, we have to replace all the values of x here by negative 5. So we have negative 5 cubed minus 6 times x is negative 5. Negative 5 squared plus 3 times negative 5 minus 1 to get the remainder. Okay, that is equal to negative 5 cube is negative 125. Then, negative 5 squared is 25. Plus, negative, or 3 times negative 5 is negative 15. So, we will write negative 15 minus 1. Okay, next. Negative 125 minus 6 times 25. So we have 6 times 25, 30, carry 3, 12, 13, 14, 15. 150 minus 15 minus 1. Okay, next. So we have negative 125 minus negative 150. That is equal to 572. Minus 15. 290. Then minus 1. Negative 291. So therefore, the remainder is negative 291. So we already get the remainder without using the long division or synthetic division. We simply use the remainder theorem. Ayan. And take note that if there is a remainder, okay, after the division process, there is a remainder, then we can say that x plus 5 is not a factor of the given polynomial. And take note that if there is no remainder, or if the remainder is 0, then the divisor is a factor of the dividend or of our polynomials. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you already know this topic and you will use it in answering our learning activity sheets. That is all for today. Goodbye.